Hello, everyone. Orban continues to be the servant to two masters, Putin and Trump, trying to prove to the world that if Trump is in charge of the United States, he will immediately resolve this whole conflict that sits on the foundation of centuries of history. He said that Trump has well founded and detailed plans. Well, why doesn't he share that? Wouldn't that really help out? Because he just keeps saying, I'm going to solve this thing in 24 hours and then nothing. Crickets. If he has plans, if he has some details in place, show me. I am happy to be educated. And then, Orban was shocked and amazed when the top EU leaders said they would boycott the meeting that he was planning to host. Again, dude, what did you expect? Did you think you were going to win the popularity contest with that kind of rhetoric? And again, Hungary, what the fuck is wrong with you? Have you forgotten World War II? Have you forgotten the Soviet Union? Have you forgotten the socialist bloc? Hello? Wake up and smell the totalitarian rule, because that's what you have. Speaking of meetings, apparently there is another peace summit in the works slotted for November of this year. And Zelensky said that there should be some representation from Russia. I agree, if they can find enough representatives who don't have outstanding arrest warrants on their heads. I doubt if Russia actually will send anybody unless we have a big turnaround in the progression of this war between now and November, which is possible with the appropriate aid. So we'll see what's going to happen. Now, this piece here talks about the conversation that took place in 2022, late in 2022, about 9 months after the invasion. And people have been asking, why didn't Ukraine take the deal back then? Well, because the terms back then were the same as they're now, and they're equally unacceptable. The terms were that Ukraine would basically hand over its territory to Russia, let them build military bases there, disband its own army, stop asking to join NATO and EU. Those were the conditions. Why would Ukraine agree to something like that? Now, somebody in the comments recently, I think it was yesterday, said, oh, just make the deal. And my question was, okay, again, I keep asking this question. If somebody breaks into your house, beats you up, rapes your wife, unalives your kids, and then tells you that they're going to take half of your house, if you want to stay alive, would you let them? And would you believe them that if you just accepted their term, they would stop beating you? Because if the answer is yes, you're either lying or you're a moron. Those are the only two options. And that is what Russia is offering Ukraine. Nothing. My way or the highway. After having murdered countless civilians, including children, after having destroyed Ukrainian infrastructure, after having caused numerous ecological disasters, after having destroyed hospitals, schools, kindergartens, Russia wants its own terms. No. Some of the Russians analysts who wisely got out of Russia and now live abroad have already said they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're taking on, because if Ukraine falls, they will have a long and bloody underground war on their hands that will continue costing lives, that will continue getting rid of Russian military and Russian installed civilian leaders. Leave Ukraine alone. Leave. You should listen to them, Russia. This is from The Independent, so not my favorite source ever. So let's treat this as a developing story. But here's basically what they're talking about. Putin, for some reason, had pulled back all the major naval ships from Crimea. Why would he do that? You know, a lot of people are also saying, oh, Ukraine had already lost. Ukraine should just give up while they can, you know, salvage something. Russia is winning. Why would he do that if Russia is winning? What's he so afraid of? So now Ukrainians basically have better access to Crimea. And I can guarantee you they will continue hitting military objects in Crimea. If you don't want your civilians to get hurt, get them out. Tell them to evacuate. It's as simple as that. Of course, we know Russia doesn't give a shit about their own civilians. So that's up to you, Russia. Tell them not to hang out next to military bases. Tell them not to hang out next to the communication centers or satellite dishes if they want to live. You were so happy when you hacked off Crimea. Well, now you got your hands full with it. Now, this is fun because we are talking about the same event here, but it's always interesting to see the difference in how it is covered by the Russian media versus Ukrainian media. So Russians are saying they have destroyed 13 Ukrainian drones. Great. Do you want to know how they destroyed those drones? This is how. They continue this very interesting and unique military practice of destroying drones with buildings. In this particular case, the building in question was a factory that produces electrical devices and has extensive military contracts. So, yeah, it's absolutely 100% true. The drones have been destroyed. There's nothing of them left. But I think that factory is probably going to be down for a good long time.